Banging my chest and my head on the lock. Feeling like Walker Flock of Flame. I put the opposition out the game. I'm out the pocket, but I rock with the game. We attacking, better stand back and watch a run. Shotgun come with the options. In big blitz, nobody blocking. Big win, that's a ring and a watch.
Tonight, from SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's a special Saturday night edition of the NFL on EA. It's the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight we move on to week 2 of the preseason, and we've got a good matchup here between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Los Angeles Rams. And off we go from SoFi Stadium. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by a former Pro Bowl quarterback out of the University of Georgia, Matthew Stafford.
And Matthew Stafford was taken first overall in the 2009 draft, and he certainly played like a top pick throughout his career. He's been one of the most prolific passers in the league, and there's no reason to believe he's going to slow down his production anytime soon. Not only that, he's also one of the tougher quarterbacks in the league as well.
Now a throw here to his running back, and he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you create those great misses. just throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. It really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers. You're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Here's a run with Akers on second down. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Okay, 2nd and 1, you get nothing. What now on 3rd and 1?
Sorry about that. I was so excited I jumped in on you. This is almost like practice to me. Line it up and do it again. You didn't get it right the first time. Just get right back on the ball and go. It doesn't matter that they know you're coming. You ought to be able to pick up this short yardage. They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Off the fake to Akers, here's Stafford. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Malcolm Brown at 3 bills and some change comes in to drop the hammer. So now Stafford and the Rams after the sack. Well, they're staring up at a 3rd and long. That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And Lutz's kick is good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. So they'll likely get a few more drives before we see the second team, but a good start for the first unit with 3 points.
Yeah, good start, and now they want to see them build on it because you're exactly right. They'll get a few more drives at this stage of the preseason. Can they continue to evolve and add to what we just saw in the first drive?
So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator said right off the top, he's got great footwork. His footwork, so this guy is never satisfied. And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open, just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8, leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights. You are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. James Robinson, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Josh Lambo now for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And a 9-yard run on the end of it. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Devon Hamilton breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Throwing on 2nd and long. Stafford, he'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
A terrific return there, 27 yards all told. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got the hook up to Landry. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and he passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a 1st down.
On 1st down, Robinson showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working. I
like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Back to throw here. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
A disappointing drop there on 4th and goal. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. On 1st down, Stafford here. 7 yards, the pickup there. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Throwing is Stafford. Got an open man, finding Jefferson. And he is going to have a Rams first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Stafford now to throw. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And down, but he takes it up to the 40.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up.
Akers hit. He coughs it up. And the Jags grab it. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit, both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receiver. They're moving the ball well.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 61 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground. He's eating him up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So
is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Rams are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On the handoff, running left is Akers. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. Here's Stafford. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. And now out come the Jags. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think.
And this is caught inside the 5. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. It's a big play for the Jaguars.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. but this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And they'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great effort there. Scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that pushes the lead up to 1 play, 2 plays, touchdown. That's all it took there. A very short and sweet drive that got him in the end zone. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22. The Rams ready to go on offense. Yeah, they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before and realize it hasn't worked somewhere else. Maybe try special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try to hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. That'll be caught. It's caught. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. After one, a 4-3 ball game. They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
No doubt, really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback. They also have to have interest in the running game as well. They did a nice job there holding point and not giving ground. This has to go down as one of the simpler playbook, but it's so effective. Nice completion there, keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st down. Open man is Atwell, complete. And he gets it inside the 35 or just shy of the 30. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Play action. Stafford. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. On the handoff, it's Akers. And that'll get a pathway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10, so now they can keep grinding out 1st downs and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming.
A 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Yard line once more. Now here's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Stafford. And he's got it. Touchdown. Jacob Harris from 3 yards out. And the Rams have got this back to a 1-score game. Will Lutz on for the point after. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. James Robinson and the rest of the Jags offense set to go to work once more. He's doubled the century mark already, leaving the football on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success opened things up for him on the ground, because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Touchdown, Jaguars! James Robinson, ready for the regular season with his second touchdown of the game. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. He'll kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On the give, this is Akers. 55 rushing yards, rushing 4 yards. He's carried it 13 times.
That's a nice pickup on the first down on that 2nd down run. And in that yardage game, they can run that for that any down. You can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th. They'll drop to throw. And down inside the 15 he goes. Not only another first down, that also puts him over 100 yards rushing.
That's not something you see very often in the NFL. We see it more in college, but I think with more of the melding of the college game with quarterbacks, we'll see this a little bit more often in the future.
And the Jaguars are going to have it 1st and goal as they'll take this down to about the 3. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. And sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight?
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. Ready for the regular season with his second touchdown of the game. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Well, Charles, he's already proven that he's not afraid to tuck that football down on the option, and he's into the end zone for the second time in the game.
That's exactly what you get from your quarterback. The ability to run the ball fearlessly. And in fact, many quarterbacks will tell you running the football doesn't scare them. Standing in the pocket and taking blindside hits, that's what terrifies them.
Lambo to add on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And now let's look at the quarterback, Matthew Stafford, in our player spotlight. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. 2nd and 10. Now Stafford. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they've left their starting quarterback out there for this 2nd quarter, but I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for L.A. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. It's taken to the 26. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. James Robinson and the rest of the Jags offense set to go to work once more. Thus far, he's been quite the dual threat. Touchdown on the ground, another through the air. He's just so versatile, isn't he?
He is, and he's exactly what I think we're looking for in the NFL now out of the running back position. Guys who can do everything running it.
And we'll get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. James Robinson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead here in this 1st half. He's got the hat trick, 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours? Did you throw yours out
I didn't have mine. You've got yours. You've got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for him. A nose for the end zone. 3rd time today. I think he deserves a tip of the cap.
Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And the route is on here in this 1st half. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Getting set to go again, Matthew Stafford trots back onto the field. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, need to play better. Maybe even say, I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leadership shows you.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need to change much personally. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. To throw is Stafford. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Stafford's throw here, hauled in by Cup. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way. If they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
On first down, Akers. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. He was brought down there by Will Parks.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The Rams on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete.
So now here in the 2nd week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along, because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle, no mental mistakes? Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and then angled for him and shot for him. Looks like it worked.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. The 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, 99 yards. And the Jaguars continue to roll. So how about that for a backbreaker? Again, 99 yards.
And how about the audacity of the play call? When you're backed up that close to your goal line, usually you're just trying to run some type of a wedge play, a quarterback sneak, a dive, anything to try and create some room and take care of the ball. But that's confidence in your offensive line that they'll protect the guy throwing it, and he finds his guy for 99 yards. I love what they just did.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm. A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep him warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
70 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in his first half.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. That's out to the flat for Akers. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Now Stafford. Open man, Higbee, the tight end.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee. And now it's 2nd down. They'll run this with Akers. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they...
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 32-yard line.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making a jump.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. 5. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. For the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Matthew Stafford and the rest of the Rams offense set to take over once more. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the league. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that second touchdown now. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Jaguars are pouring it on. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of in plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. Get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. From the 29, Stafford. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And this one enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty is a result of that hit there.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. This one brought in by Jefferson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Rams will signal for it their second as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st, Stafford. And this will be incomplete. Took a play on the third and 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Here's Stafford. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Josh Allen in there to get him for yards, and that all leads to 4th down. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting as Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Back to you and Charles in just a minute. Week 2 of the is upon us. Each team now with just one more game after this one, and then we will get it all started as we normally do on the first Thursday after Labor Day. In our game, still a lot to keep an eye on. Guys battling, trying to make a ball club. We'll send it back to 2 guys already on our team. That's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, and we welcome everyone back for number 3. Expect to see backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. Here's Chris Claybrooks to return, and a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can do at this point. Attack, but make sure you take.
Down inside the 40 to about the 38. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On second down, a run with Etienne. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Nifty move. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne, 38 yards. And the Jaguars continue to roll.
Well, let me just, oh no, fuck the front part of the run. I'm talking about the end. Juked out 2 motherfuckers.
Plays have been the story so far into this third quarter, and they have really been running wild this whole ball game, and there's another example right there on the touchdown run.
And their execution has been exceptional, especially for a team that's played with great pace. They've controlled the tempo, played how they've wanted to, and they're having their way right now.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and the lead will swell by 1 more. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Raymond Calais now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And what would you say? Is it the offensive line that has caused a lot of this pressure to get back there?
That's always the first place that you have to look to see what's going on, but part of it is so difficult to simulate this type of pass rush in practice because the speed, the ferocity, the quickness, some of the change-ups and how they get at the quarterback that you may not have seen on film, all of that is different. You can practice it as much as you want to. You can even insert smaller, faster guys in positions to show that the speed's going to be quicker, but until the whistle blows and you play for real, it's just not the same.
And not as easy to implement on game day.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schilling. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And growing pains as an NFL QB, they're going to happen. He's played pretty well in this one. They still have the lead, but those moments, interceptions, pick six is occasionally going to happen.
Rookie. It happens, right? Just what you mentioned. Played pretty well in this game, and now his teammates will jump in and go, okay, we're having a good game. That's one blip. Let's go ahead and get back on track right here, right now, and we'll be okay.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. They'll return here for Calais, and it's back. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Griffin. He finds his man, complete. It's Webster. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Griffin. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this is taken at the 23. A good return there, calling 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Gardner Minshew and the Jags ready to go on offense once again. He's been a good game manager. They're winning here in the 3rd quarter, but really the ground game is where it's been at for them, hasn't it?
So whatever the game plan was, you just got to focus on continuing to run the football. And really that takes the pressure off of the guy throwing it around. Doesn't have to be the focal point. Hand it off, let him chew up the yardage and big plays, and your team's winning. The only people upset, the fantasy guys who may have started him at quarterback in their leagues.
And we'll see if they continue with the recipe of the ground game. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Strong run, but still wrangled before reaching the 20. Give him 4 yards there on the 1st down keeper.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he will have a Jaguars 1st down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our 2nd half blowout material. Pushes him over. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne ready for the regular season with his second touchdown of the game. And the Jags get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. No return here for Calais, and this will be a touchback. L.A. readies for its next possession. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Now Griffin. And that is incomplete. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now. It's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games.
It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards earned. Become the offense takeover. Minshew with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Etienne, 74 yards. And the Jaguars are pouring it on. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Like on offense from the coordinator to the quarterback, one-play drive and into the end zone for 6. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. No return here for Calais, and this will be a touchback. L.A. set to take over again on offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more, and what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere, and so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. 9 yards, and that leaves them just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Play action. Now Griffin. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harris. And he is going to have a Rams first down. Maybe by about as they find a way to convert inches. Griffin. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Will Parks. And they take possession of the football and have it at their 36-yard line. Well, he's a high draft pick, so maybe a bit of a mulligan, but you never want to throw a preseason interception, especially as a rookie.
No, but this is the time to do it, right? Let's get the kinks out. He's still got to learn how to read coverages, still has to learn the entire offense, has to see how he fits with the players around him. It is what you said right in the beginning. He's a high draft pick. So let's keep giving him and see.
Now 1st and 10. And that is out Jacksonville. Travis Etienne there to make the grab. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Out Out of his end zone now is Calais. And tackled at the 21, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Griffin to throw. And once again to Hopkins. And he's going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Griffin. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be taken for into enemy territory. In Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Once again, Griffin. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Griffin. 9 yards, and that leaves him short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Obviously, this has not been a big throw in the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 19.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Fair to say, it hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well. He's got to throw it better. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Griffin. And that will be incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. To the football, it's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
Well, that field goal block pretty much sums up the day for them, doesn't it?
Boy, it really does. What's the word we often use? Symptomatic. It's just been a sign of how this one's gone.
Give a lot of credit to the guys who got in and blocked the kick. They've had the advantage all game, and they continue to press it.
Minshew, 1st and 10. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And incomplete on the deep ball.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
On down, Yeldon. Running right through. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down. Looking to throw it, Minshew. And that is caught. It's Davis. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside 25.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
And just shutting him off there. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 97 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. He'll run with Etienne. And he'll take this into the end zone. Down, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars take the block goal and convert it into 6 points. So, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively, because to me, it looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4 fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. They'll return here for Calais, and this will be a touchback. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. The last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to prep, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. They run once more with Henderson. Fights loose. And he's got the 1st before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
And his throw is incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Griffin. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Here's Griffin. Henderson there. It's complete. And yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. And on 4th down, on a team sending this one away. Just outside the 30. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big pickup there on the run. before they can snap it. Time runs out on this third quarter of play. And that'll do it for the end of the third quarter. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. To the goal, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Mack, there to Mab. And the Jaguars continue to roll. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases. Offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. No return here for Calais, and this will be a touchback. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. Don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down. Griffin. Now to Henderson, 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Looked like a pretty... No, he's had with the interceptions in this game there. It's his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. Well, earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now you got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for L.A. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And Charles, in a very one-sided affair, I think we reached the point in the broadcast where you and I, we may have some filling to do, right?
Yeah, I think you're right about that because we got to try and keep people around. We don't want them to change the channel. Stay with us in this game. Is that Ben Rams hearing from Ben on the headset here? Tell us, stretch this thing out a little bit.
Get some talking points all out.
That's what you get, a big-time producer. Keep him here.
Great move on as he takes this one past the 25.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world. There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. ETN once more. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
So they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. Escapes the defender. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. Nope.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. T.J. Yeldon punching it in from a yard away. And the Jaguars are pouring it on. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead will swell by 1 more. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's T.J. Yeldon able to finish it off with a rushing touchdown. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. No return here for Calais, and this will be a touchback. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they can fade, leverage guys, win the line. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Griffin. And that's going to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he's on to punt for L.A. Fielded at the 33. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And this offense is going to be set up with a 1st and 10 inside the 15. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll try the left side with Etienne. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars continue to roll. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Out of his end zone now is Calais. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The football going back to the Rams now. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Griffin firing quickly here, and that's complete. So signs signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Griffin. That's complete to the tight end, Hopkins. A gain of 6 there on 1st. To throw again on 2nd down. Griffin. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Griffin will throw again. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Jay Tufele in there to drop him, and that is the 7th time tonight that he has gone down. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he's on to punt for L.A. This is taken at about the 14. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, this ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But yeah, to be frank, dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is, and I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to talk about the museum tour.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams, they put it up. I got to tell you, I am beyond impressed by what I've seen from this team.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Always got some breathing room. He stiff arms him. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Etienne, 52 yards. And the Jaguars are pouring it on. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And then this big lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was capped off by a Travis Etienne touchdown run. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Now Bolden on the return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The offense for Los Angeles turns to the field. Throwing now, Griffin on 1st down. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Griffin. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Griffin. And that's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And he fields it cleanly. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. Travis Etienne of the Jags offense set to take over again. I guess saying at this point, a great game as we have a nose for the end.
This game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. They'll run. It's Etienne. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense feel pretty good about it. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. try to run for it with Yeldon. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no third down is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Another tote for Etienne. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the O's and the big yardage all night long. That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed close quickly and helped force the incompletion.
On 4th down, Minshew steps away to his left. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. They'll throw on 1st down with Griffin. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Like all game long, there hasn't been sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Jay Tufele able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Back to throw. Griffin. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Running out of the gun with Etienne. Runs over it. Oh, now he bowls him over. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's a give to Etienne. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it to the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
after the touchdown. He'll kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And now out on the field, here Angeles. Let's just be, they're playing for pride at this point.
that's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Bring it! Picked off at about the 31. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Oh, this is becoming tough to watch. I don't know that I've seen 3 pick-sixes from the same quarterback in the same game.
And I know that many are going to scream at the coach about let him stay out there to throw those. But truthfully, what are the odds that you're going to throw 3 pick-sixes in a game? You want to leave them out there so they can work through some of the rough stuff.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And the tackle going to be made at the 25-yard line. L.A. readies for its next possession. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next? And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Gary. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that isn't for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. On 2nd down, Etienne once more. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Griffin, he finds his man, complete. That's Webster. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout. Seconds left in the game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Griffin. He'll get this underneath to Henderson. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And now here's another interception.
There's no fucking way.
Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jaguars come up with a late turnover. It will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called...
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Los Angeles.
See, this is why I can't keep playing these damn games. Every fucking time I finish, I have 66.6% completions.
Special guest to our show. He's a longtime sports broadcaster at the top of his game. It's none other than Kevin Connors. Kevin, how are you, my man?
Rich, what an honor, man. I'm doing great. I've been a listener for some time now. You are one of my favorite anchors of all time, so to be able to follow in your footsteps to a degree, but now also join you on your show, this is pretty cool.
Well, hey, that's nice to hear. But it turns out part of the reason you're on today is actually to promote your own podcast. I see here you're calling it OT with KC.
Yeah, and to be honest, I couldn't be more excited. I mean, we're recording our first episode next week, and we've got some really great things lined up.
So tell me, what inspired you to add a podcast to your already busy workload?
Money?
Yes.
No, honestly, Rich, you know me. I've got a passion for football, and the podcast is just another way to do something I love, which is talking sports and connecting with fans.
So every episode of all football. Sounds like a dream come true for you, Kev.
It's a total dream, but Rich, the fantasy is to have the kind of success that you've had.
Well, again, that's very nice of you to say, but I'm sure you'll be just fine. So let's get into some questions I've got for you about your beloved Buffalo Bills. I'll start with this.
Tonight, from Ford Field in Detroit, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you, and now we sit, CD, at week 3 of the preseason, and this is the one that the coaches probably think is pretty valuable, right?
Certainly. This is the dress rehearsal. This is the one where your starters are going to play. You might even game plan a little bit more than you do with a normal preseason game, and then you've got to decide, do you bring them back after halftime and get them going again in the third quarter so they're ready to go when the regular season begins? I'm eager to see how these coaches will handle that.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And trotting out there, their tall quarterbacks standing at 6'5".
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
Now play fake here on first down. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. James Robinson, 60 yards. And the Jaguars on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Josh Lambo now for the point after. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They're led onto the field by the former Cal Bear and the #1 overall pick in 2016, Jared Goff.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage. Our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Goff on 1st down. And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
You made yourself loose.
Doug Costin. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Goff now looks to throw. And that is incomplete. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go.
And a big one here as he's taken down. Caleb on Chason. Drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go.
There is a hush indeed. Taking on the midfield logo. Breaks through the contact, and he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It'll be a 39-yard punt, give him a good 10 yards on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try and start this drive in the air. They're connecting here with DJ Shark. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
He's going to keep this again. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs or putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw, Goff. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Goff. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Caleb Chason drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Here comes the Lions punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. 35 yards that time on the punt, and the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. This is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big connection on that one. 32 yards.
Well, he's certainly trying to earn his way into some more looks in the offense once the regular season heats up. If he continues to make plays like that, I think QB1 will look his way a little more often once the regular season begins.
Right there, Chenault for the Jacksonville touchdown. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Jared Goff and the rest of the Lions offense set to go to work once more. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Goff keeps himself upright, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. K'Lavon Chaisson, his second sack of the night. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Here's Goff. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schilbert. Then the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Wiggles free. Robinson, a first down of end zone. And all the way down to the 5. He showed his shiftiness and his explosion to take him all the way down near the goal line.
Love that description, and it creates momentum. Maybe you hand it to him again since he's got it going, or do you fake it to him and throw it to a teammate? Right now, the options are wide open.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
The way he's been slinging it in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess you have to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't it?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. They're going to look to throw. Being chased, and he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. It's their quarterback with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Lambeau to add on the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So that drive, 4 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my own college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And he'll get about 3 as he takes us up near the 25.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down. But these guys certainly need something good to go their way because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
Able to shake him off. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Jags grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. In their locker room, they've got a sign that says defense wins championships. And Charles, they pointed to that this week, said that has to be us. Looking good early.
I like how you saw that because of the bold letters, right? You saw the emphasis that they place on that and what they believe in. And for them, it's every single snap. So it's not just a matter of getting to the quarterback and knocking the ball free. They're trying to read when that ball's going to come free. As soon as those hands separate to throw the ball, they want to be there and have a chance to knock it out.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Eluding the pressure right. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And finding Davis here, the tight end. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. Robinson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. James Robinson with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Jaguars open the lead up to 34-0. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, just stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
Lambo on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. So plenty of fireworks here early. 35-0 now as the kick is away. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And Detroit back in possession of the football. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. So you can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
But you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
On second down, Swift. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have...
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Devon Hamilton in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne, 43 yards. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Here's Cohen now to return. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big, this early. But that's the spot they're in as they nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Goff. And that is incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up a...
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. Oh, he shifts past him. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. How about this starting field position? 1st and goal from 2 yards out. With such a costly interception, nearly a pick 6, but now they're so bad. He takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. Doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Jaguars continue to roll. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that will extend this big lead. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only 1 play to score it. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Draw play, Cohen. And it'll be flagged down Johnson in on the call. That's on the tackle, Panay Sewell. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Here's Goff. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Goff now looking to throw. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Fielded at about the 28. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Jaguars again ready to take over on offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for...
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Jaguars. James Robinson doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Jaguars are pouring it on. Lambo to add on the extra point. And the route is on here in this 1st half. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
That's the kid who was watching the TikTok. He's watching the TikTok.
Here's Cohen now to return. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Also, was she even sexy?
And Detroit getting set to go now. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, they told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. 1st down, a run with Cohen. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and...
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
Where are you running to, bitch?
Malcolm Brown able to drop it that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Josh Allen, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Here comes the Lions punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Buying time to his left. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop his shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
God damn it.
And the Jags are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys...
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Jaguars continue to pull away here this first half. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Here's Cohen now to return. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now it's gone. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Malcolm Brown bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Devon Hamilton, his 2nd sack of the night. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
And like the word just shorts.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here. After 1st and 2nd down, went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Goff.
Ooh, you lucky fucker.
In there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure
God damn.
out.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs. They covered well.
There's a lot of 4s on this damn screen.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
A very good
I just had them at 4th and 44 all the way back to the 1-yard line, I think.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And how about the start so far, Charles? 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And that's how you generate excitement on a team. Keep your offense moving at a really high level. And it's also how you establish leadership by playing that.
And that is caught. Touchdown.
That sucks, bro. That fucking sucks.
Landry, 29 yards. And the Jaguars continue to roll. Lambeau on for the extra point.
Right now. You're frustrated. I'm terrified of you.
Is on here in this first half.
I don't know if you're going to try to fucking break my back or stab me in it or anything like that.
Play later, boom, end zone.
And that don't mean you can't pick nothing up in a matter of 2 seconds on the way over here. No, I'm not a police officer. I just have a very low trust factor.
Oh no, I picked up a quarter.
fucking face.
No, don't me.
I will tear it apart. Throw it away.
No touch. I go back to angry touch.
Oof.
Why do you always grab my shoulder?
See? I got control over you like that. Oof.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Getting set to go again here on offense. Jared Goff trots back onto the field. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates. Find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. Right back to Swift again on second down. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On first down, Goff. The third time here in this half, it's intercepted.
It actually fucking worked.
Tony Jefferson. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
I don't care.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau.
I don't care anymore.
And that will extend this big lead.
Why are so many people so fucking stupid? And then you got the audacity to go on live fucking TV,
bro. But then returning it to the end zone for the pick six.
Bitch, you are.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. DeAndre Swift heading back out with his Detroit teammates. He's been good. They've utilized him well.
They don't fucking listen, dumbass.
Second quarter, what might they
What 1.5-year-old team know that
I
listen?
think that what you try and do is expand how you get
Besides
the
the
ball
extra
to him
smart
a
ones
little
that
bit.
actually have
Get
a
him
full
out
ass
in open
conversation.
space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff?
Yeah.
Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the
No,
game
sir.
because
You're
of
not
the
getting a big
effects
play
of
on that.
running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Throwing on third, Goff, and completes it to Kirk over the middle. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4.
Yeah.
Here comes the Lions
last
punter
season.
now as he's on to kick it away. It's taken to the 26. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. James Robinson and the rest of the Jags offense set to go to work once more. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
Out of the gun now on third down. Got his man. It's the veteran Landry. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Sets up the screen to Robinson. Oh, good move. And they'll get this down to the 10.
That's not an accident.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of...
And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Jaguars are pouring it on.
He was able to move around and found some vision to throw the football. And how about how he ended it? Boy, he had some zip on that throw.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have an arm like that. Results in the touchdown here. Great play offensively. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it culminates in a Jags touchdown. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Here's Cohen now to return. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. 2nd and 20. To throw is gone. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. He's going to loft one. Deep left side here. And able to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now, he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
And now the throw taken in by Chark. Touchdown! DJ Chark ready for the regular season with his second touchdown of the game. And the Jaguars continue to roll. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. It's their cornerback, keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Jaguars are pouring it on. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that will extend this big lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Goff. Quick slant caught by Kirk. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try the counter here, Cohen. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Goff. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. Taking it right down Broadway. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game really becoming a one-sided affair. Pick 6 there. It's in danger of being over before halftime.
And that's going to be a major league test for both of these teams because, look, you feel like you've got this thing locked up, right? But on the other side, in the other locker room, it's going to be a test of pride now. Forget speeches, forget adjustments. What kind of pride do they have to start the second half?
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Here's Cohen now to return. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
We constantly talk about about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays, but you also have to have good feel as well because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get to the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here's Cohen now to return. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. On second down, Swift. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. The Lions on third down. They've been stymied left and right. Converted only one time. This will be 3rd and 6. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. This is fielded at the 27. So a change of possession here on the punt. Jags football again. DJ Chark ready to rock and roll. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them. After what they faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. A big play there just before halftime.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure is good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Back to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Jags will extend their lead here just before halftime. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Is this a touchdown? That's the question. CD, what are they looking for here?
You just need any part of the football to break the plane. You don't need the whole football. It doesn't need to go over the entire white line. It's just that front part of the white line. And if you draw an imaginary plane going straight up, that's what they need to cross.
So take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not get the football to break the plane.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. Week 3 of the preseason is here. Everyone wrapping up their exhibition schedule. No games for the league on Labor Day weekend. And then it all begins. The 17-game regular season gets underway on the Thursday after Labor Day with the NFL kickoff game. In our game, expect to see the starters for at least one more drive. Something to look forward to as we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. Here's Cohen now to return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Caleb Chason make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. So possession goes over here on the punt. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this...
Oh, that's just not fair. And now room to run. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 74 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ball game. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles, gain some additional yardage.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
2nd and goal from the 1. He'll decide to keep this once more. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. Keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Jaguars continue to roll. Offensively, pretty effective option play there for the score.
Certainly was, and it appeared to me that the defense overshifted and overplayed the trail back, the pitch man, and almost forgot about the quarterback. In fact, they did forget about the quarterback, and he turned it into a touchdown.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Here's Cohen now to return. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
So you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep him warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Goff a handoff here to Swift. A solid stiff arm. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. As we surmise, Charles, most of the starting units still out there for this third quarter. First time this preseason that they played into the second half.
And that's by design. Most of the time by this point of the preseason, you want them to go into the half, cool down, and then come back out and warm up to start the third quarter like you would a regular season game. That's exactly what they wanted to get done. Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Goff now to throw. And now here's another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack.
1 play at a time. Here we go.
10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that will extend this big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Here's Cohen now to return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And Detroit back in possession of the football. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well. He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run, too. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation. And he knows how to find the end zone. That time, he just didn't get there.
Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. Flush to his right. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together. Say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to kick it away. Taking it about the 36. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And this excellent field position, they take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Oh, there's a nice move by Robinson. Oh, some strong running. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 57 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed. I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game. Now, that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a 1st down, and inside the 5-yard line.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Jaguars are pouring it on. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that will extend this big lead. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Here's Cohen now to return. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't.
And my goodness, another interception. take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
They'll run on first down. Robinson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Laviska Shenault ready for the regular season with his second touchdown of the game. And the Jaguars continue to roll.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. And now after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Jacksonville defense, here they come now. Now the interception for them the last time, and that turned into 6 points.
You think during their break they reminded the offense that, hey, we helped you guys out a little bit, right? You know, they want to see if they can do it again for them. They're putting together an entire team game by how they're playing on defense.
So the interception the last drive, what will happen here? Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They'll run on second down with Cohen. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Goff on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here comes the Lions punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And nobody in the stadium feels better than he does right now. Just a slew of touchdown passes. He's been spectacular.
And you know this is a team game, one of the best team games.
Oh, he faked him with a juke. Now he's got some room.
Take off your helmet and give me a kiss next time.
Touchdown, Jaguars. Carter Landry ready for the regular season with his second touchdown of the game. And the Jaguars are pouring it on. Lambeau to add on the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out on 1 play. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Lions offense set to take over. They'll start on the ground with Swift. Gain on the play. It'll be second down. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understand now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Short completion forwards, and they're going to third down. Goff. Open man with Myers. They have a first down. Get the third down conversion.
The thought process there, they just get down. So in the huddle, they're telling each other, you don't want to now. Nice job of making first down.
And this will be the jet sweep. And nothing doing. Immediately at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. As a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. These guys have punted 4 times, are staring at a 5th. Bar version. On 3rd down, they'll fake the give. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Devon to make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's game.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't a special fleet of, but he tried to conjure up some ability, but there was no way.
Now out on this one. On in at the 20. Blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as 15-yard. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And I'm just wondering how many yards for it. We're only in the 3rd quarter, throwing for a ton.
You have your abacus?
I thought you said like Atticus Finch.
No, we're not. But counting this up, we might need people in here because the yardage he's piling up, the way that he's playing, a lot of fun. I can't wait to see what he does next.
We'll see what he does this drive. Down near the 20-yard line. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. Be right back. Bad plays have him on the move on 1st down. And now a first chance for the backup throw. And he's got his man on the route. That's Landry. And he will get this into the end zone for a touchdown. Landry, a 22-yard grab. And the Jets are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business.
Point tacked on by, and that is good for this quarter of action. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Here's Landry to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And his guys will get the football at the 20-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
Okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Hey, a sidebar worth noting is that preseason cuts have changed. So week 3 that we're in right now, the preseason, I think, what'd you say, the roster's going to stay at 90 instead of going down to 75 this year?
That's exactly right, Brandon, because in the past, just what you said, this game here, at the end of week 3, or game 3, you would cut the roster down to 75 and 4 just like that. In this case now, though, they're going to be able to keep guys all the way through. So guys who would normally not have a chance to finish out the preseason, they'll get that chance now and get more opportunities to get on tape.
Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Returnable here from the 38. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Jaguars offense ready to set up shop here again. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
Jeff Okudah up from his cornerback spot to make the play. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And they'll go again with Etienne. A first down and more, Etienne. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. 95 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Here's a carry for a former starter. This is T.J. Yeldon. Inside shy of the 10. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Touchdown! A great play there. Ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Jaguars continue to roll. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field.
Allen hit. He lost the football. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did.
You know, if this is the regular season, partner, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, got to worry about making the team.
Touchdown, Jaguars. Austin Mack from 13 yards out. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. They seemingly just continue to score at will, and as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win, but one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them, because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Jags grab it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Oftentimes when we talk about piling on in any subject, it's a negative. In this case, for this team, it's a real positive. Just scored. Now they go down, knock the ball free, get it back. They got a chance to really increase their lead and put themselves in the driver's seat.
On the other side, a little insult added to the injury. They're in a bad spot. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Jaguars are pouring it on. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. And Lambeau now, after the down, he'll kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Back to the air on down. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle. Under pressure, they got him again. Jay Tufele providing a little deja vu. Back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Here comes the Lions punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out, and no one wants to go back to those memories. But, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
He completes this one to Mack. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
Dancing to his left. And he's brought down.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
Etienne. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Jaguars continue to roll. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time he had the speed to win that race.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and the lead will swell by one more. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
To throw again on 2nd down. Allen and some space here. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
That's That's a nice catch there. The fumble earlier, no way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
He finds his man, complete. That's Young.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. Bring it! And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Now Allen to try again after the pick six. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. And his throw here's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
The Lions punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. And running with power here. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A handoff for Etienne. Sean Dion Hamilton was there to bring him down defensively. Second down at 5. Etienne once more. Shifts by him.
Have some of this.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne, 26 yards. And the Jaguars are pouring it on. And that rushing touchdown, his fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he returns this to the 22. Time for another look at this Lions offense. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
On 2nd and 10, Allen. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing now is Allen. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And it's fielded at the 34. Green able to dance free. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. And Charles, in a very one-sided affair, I think we reached the point in the broadcast where you and I, we may have some filling to do, right?
Yeah, I think you're right about that because we got to try and keep people around. We don't want them to change the channel. Stay with us in this game. Is that Ben Ramsar? Are you hearing from Ben on the headset here telling us stretch this thing out a little bit?
Get some talking points. Dig them all out.
That's what you get. A big-time producer. Keep them here.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne, 42 yards. And the Jaguars continue to roll. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead will swell by 1 more. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Allen now on 1st down. Setting up the screen, Bonifant. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
And some play callers, when they go into games, they don't mind calling a lot of screens, and they don't care what down. They were maybe 1 block away from really having something there to start this drive. Good job defensively to cut through the blockers and make the tackle on the screen, or that could have gone for maybe 15 or 20 yards.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen, and the Jags get to him as down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense and that entire team. But really, this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And I notice you used the word sparked because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game, and it's been because of what you described, that defensive pressure.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football, knowing full well he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he fields it cleanly. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Well, this ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But, yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is, and I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to have to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams, they put it all together. And I got to tell you, I am beyond impressed by what I've seen from this team.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 219 yards for him on the ground as this has been a night to remember to this point.
I know we're in the era of wide open football, a lot of spread formations, more space. But there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run it from the gun with Yeldon. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag. Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Once more, Etienne. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Lambeau on for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was capped off by a Travis Etienne touchdown run. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Big summer blowout.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Allen. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Gesture and a Jaguar sack. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Let's take it inside his own 40. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. A 1st down and more, Etienne. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A big play there out of the running game.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and he'll continue to rely on him to chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
On first down, right back to ETN. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And, partner, are you kidding me? With this game that he's having, we are in uncharted waters like we've never seen before.
Let's think. If he keeps every foot from all the touchdowns scored today, does he need to build a new trophy room at home?
Yeah. A couple trophy rooms. Maybe a whole home for a trophy room.
What a phenomenal performance, and I'll guarantee you, he's going to reward the rest of the offensive unit after this as well for helping him get to this number.
He better. This is just unreal. Taken in at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So out now come the Lions. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Allen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now ETN to start the drive. Room here to run. He's got the lane, and there he goes.
It's over. Let's dominate.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, I'm just not sure what more we can say about him after that one.
But we're certainly going to give it a try, aren't we? Because I believe we're watching greatness personified. It has not mattered all game long where they've handed him the football. He's taken it and found the end zone. He is so locked into that so-called zone, I don't think they're going to get him out of it in this one.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And they're not able to complete it. Now just 6 seconds remain. Time for one, maybe 2 more plays. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Allen going to throw. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Green able to dance free. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing,
Off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Detroit.
God damn. Literally only got 2 things on me, and that's kick return yards and possession time.
Welcome to OT with KC, Kevin Connors.
Okay, people, let's make it official. It is time to kick off the first episode of OT with KC. I'm Kevin Connors. I could not be more excited for the debut of our podcast. It is so great to have you with us as we record the show live each week so we can debate your hot takes, share your questions with our guests, and hey, who knows? I mean, you might even win some bragging rights by answering one of our trivia questions. But if you can't make it during the show, that's all right. You can still interact with us on social to share your ideas for segments or post the kind of hilarious comment that, just has to be repeated on air. And then, of course, you can give us a listen at your own convenience. So you know the drill. Click that subscribe button and you're guaranteed to get the kind of NFL content you simply will not find anywhere else. It's simple as that. That's our mission statement. And now it's time for our very first segment. And I knew we had to have someone special on as our first guest. And let me just say, it is an absolute honor to welcome you.
Of course, I play Patrick Mahomes first. Oh well.